The Executioner and Her Way of Life, Volume 4 Review. Since the last review of Volume of The Executioner and Her Way of Life, the anime adaptation has been gone. After an excellent anime, I continue to be quite excited about the story's future. So, with Volume 4 in hand, let's find out if it lives up to my expectations. Toward the end of Volume 3, Akari finally came clean to Momo about everything. The fact she's been looping her time since being summoned to this world, that she suppressed her memory so Menoi doesn't find out, and most importantly, the fact that if she doesn't change the future, Menoi will be killed by her mentor Flare. Momo is horrified by what Akari tells her, and she certainly doesn't want Menoi to be in danger, so she decided to take things into her own hands and runs away with Akari, which is one of the biggest changes in the time loop so far. The two make for a secluded village where they hope they can lie low, and form a plan before Menoi catches up. But little do they know that Pandemonium, the human error, was met in Volume 2. It also intended forming a dangerous plan. So with the cast split apart, we spend half our time with bickering duo Momo and Akari, while Menoi teams up with warrior princess Asuna, who figures having Menoi own her will work to her advantage in the future. The segments with Menoi are largely commanding as Asuna puts it into a butler uniform, which suits her well, and gets her to play the role of a servant until the two reach the village Momo and Akari have run off to. Yes, this time around, the focus is definitely on Akari and Momo, who are treated to ample character development. The two fights non-stop because Momo thinks Akari keeps all of Minoi's affection for herself, and Akari hates Momo from previous loops where she didn't believe and will help Akari if she came clean about her past. But because they both love Menoi, they reluctantly but they put the differences aside in the hopes of protecting her from the dying and needless death. As a reader, it's great to see these two characters interacting since up until the end of Volume 3. The two had never spoken because of Momo being a secret support for Menoi. The two have plenty in common when it comes to their personalities as well. Both stubborn and wanting to have the final say, but underneath it all, they care that you believe. Akari even opens up to Momo about how she doesn't want to die, and she doesn't want to be killed by someone she dislikes, like Momo. But for Menoi's sake, Akari is prepared to die. These are things you'll never find Akari saying to Menoi for fear of her decided not to go drunk with putting an end to her life. So I'm glad she had this chance to open up to someone else, especially given you don't often see Akari when she has all her memories of past loops as she suppresses them around Menoi. Having said all of this, outside of the character development, it doesn't feel as if this book achieves that much. In a lot of ways, it feels like a stopgap until Volume 5, when things are sure to kick off in a big way. This isn't a bad thing per se, but it's hard to shake the feeling that nothing notable happens until the end because so much time has been spent on Menoi catching up to Momo and Akari as well as what they up to in the village, which wasn't a lot really. I probably would feel as dissatisfied if it wasn't for the fact that Volume 3 felt like a distraction from the main plot. So having Volume 4 get back on track but not accomplish a whole lot just isn't helpful. Hopefully Volume 5 will clear up this feeling at last. The Executioner Way of Life Volume 4 comes to the West thanks to Yen Press and continues to be translated by Jenny McKeon. There's no issues to note. As usual, this release includes color pages at the beginning which depict our main cast. Although, I feel like it was a missed opportunity not having a color version of the illustration of Menoi in the butler uniform. Volume 4 is scheduled for an English release in September. Overall, Volume 4 of the Executioner and Her Way of Life is an improvement on Volume 3 and gets the plot back on track. We might be taking some stopgaps along the way, but it's clear that we're vastly approach a turning point for Akari's looping at the moment to find out if her actions are having any impact at all what fate has in store for the cast. 8 over 10.